Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to another Friday night edition of the Pajama Party. I'm your host, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Happy Friday to everybody.
Everybody.
How's your week been?
Long and stressful, but I'm glad the weekend is here. Thank you. How about you, Papa? How's your weekend?
Everything is cool. You know, like you said, long week. Long everything. Whew. Ever since the election, you know, going through withdrawals and stuff.
For sure. Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, I'm still feeling a way about that.
Aren't we all the D people, the Democrats. Yeah, but as they say, 4 more years. Work on this and try to get back in.
4 more years of that.
I hope they're making plans for the next 4, because we cannot afford to do this again.
I'm quite sure they are. I'm sure some people have left the country and some more stuff. But yeah, it is what it is.
I can't say I blame them. All right, Poppa DD, what you kicking us off with tonight?
Well, the one thing I've been noticing lately, I just want to know if y'all in agreement with it, is that it just seems to me that, and I can't even blame it on mostly white people, but I just feel like, you know, as a black man, like every time I go out, you know, I there's some type of ethnic stuff going on, you know. There's always some kind of controversy with somebody, and it always seems to be race-based, based on, you know, the challenge. You know, I mean, I don't know if it happens to black women either. I mean, I can't even, you know, justify that, but it just seems like the challenge is always in place, you know, especially when you may know something more than a person or challenging them and their customer, whatever's. And being a black, well, I say black male, but I guess it's black period, but it always ends up some kind of controversy where they just want to just like establish the fact that they're in complete control and you stand there with money about to buy a product. And jokers don't even care about that because they're trying to withstand how they feel about, you know, their ethnic situation, you know. And I've been noticing that in a lot of places, you know, getting lunch meat from the fucking deli, shit like that, you know, just challenges. You know, I say I want the meat cut kind of thick, and all right, why you being such a problem? Like, where the fuck does that come from? Why is the familiarity at me like that? What the, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to do what I asked you to do. I'm being polite and asking, but you coming back with, why am I asking for my turkey to be cut at a certain thickness? Just cut the shit, you know? Anyway. You know what I mean? I'm not. And this has been happening lately, and it's blowing my mind. So help me out with this. What do you think?
How you been feeling about that weird one? What you think? You been having some issues like that? Or?
I don't know if it still all goes back to poor customer service or if it's about lack of training. But you have some people who are working in different positions, whether it's in a store, transportation, wherever, and they just have not been properly trained. So they do things that are contrary to what their position should be. And then we, the customers, are looking at them like, I'm just trying to get service. Why are you coming at me like I'm the problem? I'm not the problem. Right now, you're the problem.
But I think Poppa's trying to see, is there any kind of, you trying to say, is there any racial tension? Like, if just everyday life, is that what you're talking about, Poppa?
Yeah, I'm talking about home training. I'm not even talking about job training. I'm talking about these people got some stuff going on at the crib, because it's kind of obvious, And I'm like, I don't want to like.
But you're talking about racial tension, correct?
Well, it seemed like what racial. It seemed like as a black man, they feel like they got more rights to jump in my ass without repercussions. They wouldn't do it to a white man. Especially on some kind of suit jacket or something to that effect. So why do you feel like I'm such fair game? Because I'm wearing a baseball cap or I got on a sweatsuit or something like that. Does that justify you? You know what I'm saying? It's just the reduction of familiarity blows my mind. And it's like,
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think I get it on that retrospect, but today I dealt with a customer, and I just shook it off. We passed by the VP where they live at, and they made a comment. I took it to heart because they made a comment. I don't see any vans out front. Like it's time for her to pack up, so to speak. And I said, it's probably inside the gate, sir. So then I said, then he said, well, you think she'll get a job? And I said, he mentioned something about, you think she'll get a job with Uber? She can get a job with Uber. I'm like, okay, really? I said, she's a black, intelligent woman. She should be able to get a job.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, she went to school to be a lawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I said, well, she can go to any law firm she wants to. I mean, he didn't say the word itself, but I'm like, you demoting her down, and you ready for her to leave already. So it's like, okay. I'm going to leave you alone and leave you where you are, and I'm just the air up. Like,
wow.
But I defended her to a degree because I said, well, she's a black, intelligent woman. She can get a job anyway. And I said, well, her husband working, so you really don't have to work. She don't want to. So, there that goes. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's deep. The way people come out their mouth with stuff. And in most cases, I've heard a lot of people during the campaign that was addressing Trump as president. They never said Vice President Kamala Harris. They just called her Kamala Harris. But everybody was saying President Trump. I'm like, what is this undue respect? But that's what I think what white folks are trying to keep up with, is to get that high honor, even in conversation. But anyway.
Okay.
It's just a mess out there.
Yeah, that's something to think about. You remember Arsenio? You remember on the Arsenio Hall show, for those who remember that, when he used to say things that make you go,
Yeah, for sure. Because it's happening every day.
Okay. All right, Ketel. I'm going to shoot it over to you. You ready for the rundown?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Hit it. What you got?
Okay. Our in focus tonight is the Department of Justice asks courts to force Google to spin off Chrome. Also, HR 9495 bill threatening the nonprofit passes House. And Trump cabinet selection. Oh, boy. After getting that, huh? Our cocktail of the week, we're going to need one after all this discussion. What's poppin' with Poppa DD? Our weird news. This person has an AI Jesus for confession. Also, a viral duct tape banana sold at auction, and most all U.S. cities revealed a hit of brown fries. I'm just saying with Redwine. Also living for the city with Poppa DD. My Hollywood wrap-up, the Kiss It list, and the last word. So sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we'll be back with In Focus.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It list. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on out of your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling.
Man, that last commercial, that person really came out of England. Huh? What an accent.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Well, called out the DJ.
Right.
All right, it's time to go in focus. And Ketel, you're in first position.
Okay, I see. All right. So, the U.S. government formally proposed a partial breakup of Google on Wednesday, urging a federal judge to force the sale of the company's Chrome web browser after landmark ruling this year, found that Google had violated U.S. antitrust law with this search business. Interesting. The request by the Justice Department and a group of states opens the door to the most significant antitrust penalties for a tech giant in a generation, targeting not only Google's illegal monopoly in search, but also its growing ambition in artificial intelligence. That's nothing. In their court filing this week, antitrust enforcers said a spinoff of Chrome, which is used on billions, and I said billions of devices worldwide, could help prevent an illegal monopoly from recurring. They added that the court should ban arguments such as Google's exclusive multi-year contract with Apple, Samsung, and others that make Google the default search engine on their devices. The district judge, Mehta, said in an August ruling that such agreements help cement Google's dominance in violation of federal law. Proposed Google remedies seek to resolve the biggest antitrust lawsuit to hit the tech industry since the U.S. government prosecuted Microsoft in 1990. Wow, that was a historical case widely viewed as paving the way for Google's own rise in the first place. This is why I'm having problems with my Yahoo. Everything, something is going on. So this is a big deal.
So do you think the government is going to succeed with making them sell it off or break it up or something?
They're going to have to. If they don't, then I guess they're going to be fined or, they're going to have to. They can't be, unless they, can't be in monopoly. And that's what they don't want them to be. So, the government does help us in some phases. Making, I think Papa had said it before. I think after a while, it's going to be 3 major companies,
I wonder who would be the buyer.
It better not be no Elon Musk. Somebody like that. If so, we're going to be in real trouble. I say, you're right. That's interesting to see what Biden's going to be. Very interesting.
Yeah,
that
situation is messy. Yeah, what you say, Papa?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Poppa DD's quiet on that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I was muted. We're about to have a new Department of Justice, so therefore I think it's going to carry on just like it is, and nothing's going to change because I don't think Trump is going to do anything to somebody that's rich like him. That's just like his new family between Bezos and Zuckerberg and everybody else. Because you figure January 20th, the Department of Justice is not going to be what it is. It's going to be brand new.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why they're starting new cases because it don't make no sense. Because you got a new leadership in there.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Look at it that way. Probably right.
It's going to be ugly.
Yeah. Trump
don't care about he don't care about nobody having a monopoly. That's his thing. He likes that.
Right.
Keeping the little people and the little people.
Yeah. Yep. Peon to peon. Right. Yeah. That's a good one. I guess we just continue to, look up for that story. Mm-hmm.
You remember when the Bell Company got broken up because it was a monopoly?
Right.
They busted that thing wide open and opened up the telecom industry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but when they busted it up, it brought in a lot of other snaky, crappy things. You know what I mean? Just like when UPS went on strike that time, you seen every mom and pop delivery company. I never knew that DHL still had trucks. The little trucks looked like a little bumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know they even still had trucks out there, but they were out there making money. So once UPS faded, boy, everybody and his mama was delivering packages. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Amazon's a man now. Mm-hmm. He is it now. Yep. All right. We'll continue to watch this story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we'll move on. I've got one about a bill that just passed the House. It's called H.R. 9495. Now, this bill, which would allow a presidentially appointed Treasury Secretary to unilaterally strip a nonprofit of its status if it's deemed a quote-unquote terrorism-supporting organization. This bill just passed the U.S. House of Representatives. Now, like I said, it's if the organization is deemed a terrorism-supporting organization. Now, the bill passed by 219 votes to 184 votes, mostly along partisan lines, with the Republicans in support and Democrats opposing. But there were 15 Democrats, and I didn't get their names before we went on the air. The 15 Democrats voted along with the Republicans to be in favor of this bill. But the bill is called the Stop Terror, Financing, and Tax Penalties on American Hostages Act. That's the formal name of the bill. Now, the bill does one good thing. It postpones certain tax filing deadlines for Americans and their spouses who are wrongfully detained or held hostage abroad, which, that sounds like a good thing, right? If you're held abroad somewhere, detained, get arrested overseas or whatever, you are not going to be responsible for taxes, for paying your federal taxes and state taxes, whatever. So this bill throws that in there, so that's a positive thing. However, the bill also terminates the tax-exempt status of so-called terrorist-supporting organizations. So once they stamp you and say, your organization supports terrorism, they're going to take away all of your tax-exempt status, all your benefits for being tax-exempt. So per the text in the legislation, it says the Treasury Secretary can designate any organization as having met certain standards to qualify as terrorist supporting. The organization then will have 90 days to demonstrate to the satisfaction of the Secretary that they're not actually terrorist supporting. And if they can't do that within 90 days, they will be designated as a terrorist supporting organization, and their tax-exempt status will be revoked. So, to me, if you think about it, that sounds real loosey-goosey. To say, okay, one person, the Secretary of the Treasury, says, your organization, I think, is terrorist supporting in what you do. So now you got to prove to me in 90 days that you're not. How exactly do you go about doing that? Especially if you're not terrorist supporting. And you have to keep in mind, that sounds like terrorist, sounds like, the people you see overseas and in all the shooting and the fighting. They're talking about like at home terrorists, people like the Black Panthers back in the day. They're talking about Black Lives Matter, any group that's supporting Palestine right now, groups that support like pro-life, groups that support anti-abortion. If that's your thing and you're out there rallying for it, if you're going hard and they think you're too woke or too radical, they might decide you might be a terrorist-supporting organization. So they're talking about terrorists at home, not just terrorism abroad. So this could get very dangerous. It sounds very loose in terms of how the designation gets put on a group. So, like I said, if they think you're too woke, that's their favorite catchphrase, you're woke. Or if you're too radical for the administration, you might be targeted if you have a nonprofit organization. Now, this bill still has to go to the Senate to become law. So we'll see what happens. But what do you all think about that?
Like you said, it sounds too loose to me. And it sounds more in favor on 45, 47, whatever he is now. It's just crazy. They sound like they're trying to keep things in line, almost like a dictatorship. He always wants that. He wants that. This is his thing. Right. This is my rules, and you can't go by my rules, and we're going to take your tax status, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm. And remember when Trump was campaigning, he said he was going to get retribution against all the people and groups and stuff that were against him. This law would allow him to go after people.
So it's already established. It's a bill. It's
Well, it's gone through the House. It just has to go through the Senate now. So I hope the Senate rejects it, but we'll see.
Yeah, at least put some more legs to it or something. I mean, sometimes things can be a plus and a minus, but maybe add some more legs to it. I mean, like you said, how can you prove that you're not a terrorist group? I mean, what are the guidelines? There's something there.
Exactly. I mean, just standing there saying, I'm not a terrorist, our group is not a terrorist. We don't terrorize anybody. We just do what we do. We feed people, or we, go for a certain, whatever our cause is, that's what we do. Now, if you want to call us terrorists, there you go. Anyway, I'll get off of it. Go ahead.
But I was going to add too that they're pushing into our First Amendment rights. I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong. They're pushing into our right to protest or whatever, or freedom of speech or whatever. So that's kind of a thin line. So that's why Black Lives Matter was created. I could say that they're a terrorist group, really. And then too, I'm just going to say this off the soapbox too. it's kind of going back to that congregate law that they had. You go in the African American Museum, they had that. In certain states, they had a congregate law. If there's 3 or more, you can't congregate. Now you're saying, okay, this is what we can't do? I mean, come on now. White folks, they do it too. So, you're going to pull them, or I bet you're going to go back to Poppa DD. It's going to be more racial. I think so. We shall see.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all racial.
On that cue. Yep. All right, Poppa DD. Going back to you. What's your in focus today?
Well, it's about some of Trump's cabinet selections and how ratchet they are and raggedy they are. And he's doing the same thing he did before. He's just picking his friends and all his little supporters. That's why all of them was on TV praising him like a dog. Because I tell you, I always believe the first thing white folks want is a job. They want a job, That guy paid the woman off, the gentleman that's going to be in this story, because he didn't want to lose his job at Fox. They all they need a job with benefits. That's what they think about first. But anyway, 3 of Trump's high-profile picks to join the cabinet have faced some serious allegations of sexual improprieties. You got Matt Gaetz, picked for Attorney General. He's accused of having sex with a 17-year-old and paying 2 other women for sex. Stepping down Thursday to avoid any further scrutiny into his shady background. Trump also is picked for defense secretary, which is the main dude. This guy he was in the military as a captain or whatever, which is really like a second level. It's not even high. If you're looking at 4 bars, that's 2 bars. And he was just a captain. And he was the host on the only thing he could do after being in the military. Didn't retire from the military. And he gets a job at Fox as a host. And now you're going to pick him for Secretary of Defense? Controlling the everything? Anyway.
That's crazy.
His name is Pete Harsich, something like that. Fox News Network. He was accused of sexual assault with this woman he drugged at this at the hotel. They were up there for some type of benefit, and he drugged her, and he took her up to a room, and she was out of it, But the woman needed to come up and get in the news and put it out there, If you want to get him out of the system, don't hide, He paid her money, but I'm sure when he paid her that money, she had to sign something. So I'm sure she got a gag order on her ass. So, and then you got your boy Robert F. Kennedy. He was selected as Health and Human Services. Mr. got a worm in his brain or something, and he's got all kind of ailments. The way he talks, it's like he got something going on. He's accused of groping his former family babysitter. So, they have the House Ethics Committee hearing was been ongoing since before with your boy Gaetz, but he resigned so he can not deal with that. So I guess now that he's out of the Congress, he doesn't have to deal with the ethics situations of that. So that would have been just on that situation, but no laws were put against him by any type of prosecutors or anything like that. He was just going to be up in scrutiny on Congress, but he jumped up out of that. So he's a lawyer, so I'm sure he'll do fine, But, it's just crazy. Other cabinet picks include TV star Dr. Oz to serve as administrator for the U.S. Center for Medicare, Medicaid, and Wall Street billionaire Howard Lumnick as a Commons Secretary. Trump also chose the WWE co-founder, a lady named Linda McCann, as a pick for the Education Secretary. And on Monday, he picked Fox Business host and fellow former reality TV star Sean Duffy for Secretary of Transportation. And somebody named Berdine Carr to head the Federal Communications Commission. All right. And that guy who's that was running who he wants to pick for the Federal Communications Commission was also the person that wrote the Project 25 docket there. So It's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
He's all up in the mix. So Pennant, everything is pending Senate approval. The former House of the Small Business Administration will lead the Education Department, which administrators, federal student aid, and all that other jazz. And the Education Secretary also will be in charge of funding public schools and collecting data for U.S. education. Trump said he aimed to close the Department of the dysfunctional Department of Education so they could put their own people in there and let the schools be run by outsource and things of this nature. That's what he wants to do. And he got your boy Marco Romeo, the Secretary of State, and just a bunch of other crazy situations for you got Mike Huckabee. He's going to be the ambassador to Israel. Now, Mr. Huckabee came out of nowhere. Remember, his daughter is the governor of and all these states are so
Arkansas.
But all these states. These states are so red that people win automatically, And she was the press secretary for Trump when he first in there, and she just maneuvered her way to be the governor of Arkansas. Like, well, damn. She was this little bullshit press secretary, and now she's the governor of a state? What the hell? Is that shit on-the-job training?
Don't forget Elon
Make
Musk.
it up as you go along?
Elon Musk is in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't see his name on there.
Department of Government
Efficiency. Yeah.
And something called DOGE. It's Department of Government something. Efficiency.
And I told you before, these people, in his case, he don't need the money, but he's getting any government benefit that goes with his job. Everybody wants to have a choice of hospitals they can go to. And as long as he's a government employee on that level with a position, a cabinet position, he's in, Free medical from the government. Come on. They're trying to cut back on stuff, but they ain't cutting back on what the hell they're going to be spending. Somebody needs an operation in their family or something, They ain't cutting back on nothing.
This is crazy.
So, we'll see. This is going to be ugly. And I ain't heard from Kamala. I wonder what she doing. She ain't said nothing. Last time I said that she was playing with her nieces.
Yeah, she's been quiet. I think she's really disappointed,
Yeah, that was a lot of hard work.
Yeah, it was. Somebody said that they saw her out with the Biden and Joe Biden, but she didn't want to say nothing to him.
Yeah. That was a tough blow.
Yeah, I'm quite sure she got more than an Uber job. Trust and believe that. Hey.
Please.
I know
that woman was
right.
she was a district attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you need to tell stupid people when they say dumb stuff like that. The woman got more education than you do. Yeah. And what is your job, Come on.
He was an old man. I'll let it go.
Yeah, but, old or nothing, there's no excuse for ignorance.
Right. Yeah,
but,
I came back.
But if you're making money off them, then, continue to patronize this dumbass as long as you're getting paid,
She has one of those black jobs.
She got a black job?
Yeah. All right, we're going to shift gears and go to Cocktail of the Week. Are you ready, Ketel?
Sure. This is something that is truly needed after all this conversation here.
Yes, indeed. We're ready for it. All right, here comes Ketel with the Cocktail of the Week.
Well, we need this one. This is called the French Lemon Twist. It's a perfect example of how our process enhances this cognac-based cocktail. It's a simple, approachable, elegant, and the perfect cocktail to be enjoyed day or evening. So, with your favorite VSOP cognac from Mr. Poppa DD, 1 3/4 ounces of your favorite brown liquor, cognac, VSOP, of course. Could be Courvoisier, Hennessy, Martell, whatever your choice is. Half part of orange Caraco or triple sec. 3/4 parts of simple syrup. Half part of fresh lemon juice, and 3 parts of club soda. This particular club soda is called Fever 3. So build all ingredients except the club soda into the shaker and ice, of course. Shake and strain over fresh, cobbled, or crushed ice into a double old-fashioned glass, and top with the Fever 3 club soda, and garnish with that lemon twist. So that is the French lemon twist.
French, wait a minute, what is it? A French lemon what?
Twist.
That sounds really refreshing. I'll take 2.
Okay. We need
right.
that after all this.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you so much for that one, Ketel. Appreciate it. All right, Poppa DD, you're up next. What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. The one thing I want to focus on tonight, medically, really is diabetes. You know, amongst us, people of color and things of this nature. You know, diabetes is a real serious situation. Whether the doctor tells you you're pre-diabetic or full bloom or whatever, you really have to pay attention to it because it goes in a lot of stages and it's never really over. But you have to control it and put it in its own perspective based on your life and your lifestyle and things of this nature, and get the proper medication that's going to bring it down, and then get a medication that can knock it out eventually. But it all depends on you being disciplined on what you're eating and drinking and things of this nature. Or it could be where it just runs in your family and it's just extreme in your body. Because sometimes when you got pre-diabetes, you're like your numbers is high, your sugar's high. And high sugar, if you're pricking your finger or something like that, that number high to me will be like $1.50, 40 to 50. And then they got something that they take in the hospital or medical center or whatever, which is called your A1C. Your A1C is anything like above 7 is high. They consider high or pre-diabetic, between 7 and 9. But if your A1C is in the double digits, 10 through 13, 14, you're full bloom. And also when you prick your finger, if that's at 200, 250, 300, and it gets to that, very easy, very simple. You really got to start paying attention. You should be paying attention, and you should have a doctor that's paying attention and putting you on some things that's going to neutralize it, maybe something like metformin or priglycerone. There's different medicines. There's a third one that I can't remember right now. But once you battle that and you lower things, you get your A1C down, which is checked in your medical provider's office. But then you prick your finger. That's something you could do to check your glucose level. But your glucose usually goes along with your A1C. If your glucose is good, like let's say 130, 120, 110, then your A1C number will be down. And that goes from 5 to 7. You want your A1C to be down. But in order to check your A1C, that has to be done in a medical facility. The only thing you can check is your glucose, where you can prick your finger and put it on the tab and stick it in a little thing in it, but it reads a number. But it's a serious ailment that you have to pay attention to. And you'll have to pay strong attention to it based on where your numbers are. But if you know somebody that has it and they're battling weight issues, which is one of the things that it aggravates, it brings your weight up and things like that, then you have to focus on it. You really have to focus on it because it's real. And you and lastly, you got to get the proper doctor to take care of it. Because a lot of doctors play it off, A lot of doctors, when they see black male patients, they don't take them serious. Because a lot of them go there so late that the numbers are so high that a lot of them get paranoid and probably don't want to be blamed for any untimely demise on that person. So they go, oh, well, you're blah, 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 blah. You got to get somebody that aggressively does it. Find out who is a diabetic specialist, because there's been a lot of upgrades in the medical field. So you can really fight this and you can battle it. And after a while, they can put you on something like, Mounjaro, which is the injections. Like, it's not like the other ones, Wegovy and all that stuff. That's more of a weight loss supplement. But Mounjaro is designed for diabetes. And it's something you can shoot once a week. But you got to get there. You got to go through the metformin pills and the proglycerone pills and all that jazz in order to graduate or be promoted to the Mounjaro, where you can shoot the needle in you yourself, which is a good factor to make you lose about 10, 20 pounds, which will lower your numbers. Losing weight will lower numbers anyway because the sugar is hiding within the fat. But I just want to lay that out there on a little diabetes tip. Anyway.
All right.
Thank
you for that health tip. That's good information. So everybody take heed. Poppa DD just gave you all some good health information.
That's everybody. Men, women, obese. There's no gender involved in diabetes. No gender.
All right.
So.
Thank you for that. That's good. People need to pay attention to it. All right. It's time to lighten it up. We're going to the weird news. And I do believe I have the first one. I'm still thinking about what Poppa DD said. That was some good info. I'm thinking about people I know who never paid it any attention until it was too late. So
yeah.
Don't let it go unchecked. Stay on top of it. All right. We're going to lighten it up. Weird news time. I've got a weird news story for you guys tonight. This is crazy. This church has an AI Jesus for confessions. Just in case artificial intelligence hasn't been taking on enough jobs lately, now it's replacing the Almighty. A church in Switzerland is now using an AI hologram of Jesus to take confessions from Catholic worshipers. It was seen in a viral video, if you want to find it online. Some say it gives great advice. Now, they have a hologram that's behind the gate, and before entering, it cautions, do not disclose personal information under any circumstances. Use this service at your own risk. Press the button if you accept. So once you press the button, then you can have conversations with this holographic, quote-unquote, Jesus. If the worshiper opts to proceed, the digitally rendered Jesus interprets their words and generates a response with an animated face that's moving in sync with the words. Now, this whole thing was made possible by computer scientists and theologians from the Lucerne University of Applied Science and Arts, who programmed the bot with the New Testament and religious information they found online. It's fluent in 100 different languages, which allows it to converse with worshipers from all over the world. And of course, not everyone was thrilled with the idea of a digital Jesus. Some labeled it a gimmick, while others called it they called it just a generic device, and others just didn't like it. Now, the church received an ominous warning that this project will not be without consequences. I agree with that. I don't think they ought to mess around with that kind of stuff. But the professor, Kirchenlanger, who's a theologian and an ethicist from the University of Lucerne, claimed that the machines don't have the moral compass required to practice religion. And it just goes on talking about how even though the thing has its limits, they're saying the idea wasn't to take Jesus' job, but the church reiterated that this was only temporary, and it was just to spur discussions on the role of artificial intelligence in religion. Yeah, is that crazy?
Yeah. Like you said, he's stretching it.
That's some wild stuff. I'm like, y'all lucky you didn't all get struck by lightning. But anyway, moving on.
Is that true, huh? Oh, my God.
I'm just saying, you playing around with some stuff now. Okay, moving on. Ketel, you're up next. What's your weird news?
I think I got one that might have you beat. A viral, check this out, viral duct tape banana sold. Walk into any supermarket and you can generally buy a banana for less than $1. Banana duct tape to a wall that might sell for more than $1 million in an upcoming auction in New York City at the Gulf Fair. The yellow banana fixed to the white wall with silver duct tape is the work entitled Medium by Italian artist Maurizio Ketel. It first debuted in 2019 as an edition of 3 fruits at the Art Basel Miami Beach Fair, where it became a much-discussed sensation. Was it a prank? Commentary on the state of the art world. Another artist took the banana off the wall and ate it. A backup banana was brought in. Selfie-seeking crowds became so thick, comedian was withdrawn from view. But 3 editions of it sold for between $120,000 and $150,000. Now, the conceptual artwork sold for, check this out, $6.2 million on November.
What? For a banana duct tape on a wall.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just because I think it created a lot of buzz, but I mean, people just don't have no damn money. Too much money involved. $6.2 million for a damn banana.
And it's going to get rotten eventually.
And we got people out here homeless. Go help a homeless person. Buy some damn banana on the damn wall. They just don't have nothing else to do.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And they call that art. A banana duct taped to a wall. Okay.
That's people art.
I think we need to go to the grocery store tomorrow and create some art.
I guess, I don't know. I can't keep up with these millionaires. They just do too much stupid stuff. Versus freaky now is just stupid stuff. You know. Okay.
I don't get it.
Moving on.
What a bunch of crap.
All right, Poppa DD, you're up. What's your weird news tonight? Unless you already going to the store to get a banana.
My weird news is a trip because it makes sense once I kind of read this thing over. It says that when I saw the most clogged U.S. cities revealed ahead of Brown Friday, I'm like, okay, what the hell is Brown Friday? Then it's talking about plumbers in the United States are preparing for Brown Friday, which is the busiest day of the year for their profession. And one analyst suggests that Los Angeles is likely to be the most clogged city. Now, Brown Friday, I guess we're relating it to Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Plumbers, think about it. Now, the country's plumbers refer to the day after Thanksgiving as Brown Friday, and it's consistently the busiest day of the year, averaging 50% more calls than the average Friday. Plumbers companies like Roto-Rooter said that the main culprit are clogs in kitchen sinks, toilets, and garbage disposals. Okay, I believe it. An analyst by website Yelp analyzed patterns of plumbing-related online data and found searches for emergency plumbers surged by 65% during Brown Friday in 2023, comparing the search from 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving data from 2 weeks after the holiday. Yelp dubbed Los Angeles to be the claw capital of the United States, where plumbing-related searches surged 73% on Brown Friday, followed by Miami with an increase of 37%. Nashville was next with a search increase in 26%, followed by Sacramento, California, 24% increase, in Baltimore, Maryland, with a spike of 23%. Now, Roto-Rooter, this is the main thing of this, which makes a lot of sense. Roto-Rooter offers some advice to avoid Thanksgiving weekend plumbing catastrophes, including, now listen to this, keeping fats and cooking oil away from the sink. And I do this all the time. Wiping grease out of pots and pans with a paper towel prior to washing them. Pour the grease out first in the container with a funnel, and then wipe that grease out with a paper towel. All right? Then, to not put potential clogged foods such as poultry skin. Now, we know how raw chicken skin is, right? Does its thing. Fruits and potato peels down in garbage disposal. And last but not least, something that I always try to clean the strings off before I eat it, celery. Don't put celery in the garbage disposal because celery has protective lines on the outside of it. You get a sharp knife and hit the top of celery, you can peel down those lines on the whole celery stick before you cut it and eat it with some nice ranch dressing. So take those little fine little lines off the top of that celery. Just go to the top of the celery, put the knife there, and zip, and pull all those strings out. And the celery, it tastes a lot better, believe me.
So you said Los Angeles is the top offender?
Mm-hmm. Baltimore, where jokers is just cooking up a damn storm. Because, you know, Los Angeles got a lot of Los Mos. Remember I was in L.A. and I called them Los Mos?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. They got Los Moses everywhere. And they eating all that Mexican and all that Latino stuff and all that stuff. They got to do with everything. They got to be. And a lot of people are unconscious of what their sink is made of, especially when somebody comes to visit. They don't know you ain't got a garbage disposal. They don't even care. They just trying to make a meal. But you got to be real cautious with that sink. That sink is precious. And that garbage disposal ain't no miracle worker. You know what I mean? Usually how it's supposed to be used because it's connected to the whole sink. If the garbage disposal dies, then the whole sink dies. So, you know, especially you got a dishwasher.
Right, so Poppa DD is dropping 2 lessons on us tonight. He gave us a lesson on diabetes. Then he gave us a lesson on drain maintenance for the sink so we don't end up with the brown, what they call it, Brown Friday.
Brown Friday,
emergency plumber. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. Okay. Well, that wraps up the weird news. I'm ready to jump right in with I'm Just Saying because I just have a little quick one. So, permission to go ahead?
Go do your thing.
You got it.
Okay. Tonight, I'm just saying, where are the black appointees? I looked at the people who Poppa DD talked about that have been appointed to Trump's cabinet, and I think back to when he was campaigning and talking all this stuff about, oh, the blacks, I love the blacks. The black men are supporting me. Oh, this is wonderful. And all those black men who said, I'm supporting Trump. I can't get with Kamala. I'm with Trump. I made more money under Trump. So all these black people surrounded and rallied for him and got behind him. But when I look at that list and everybody I've seen on TV of who he appointed, where are the black appointees? I didn't see a one. The only person who has some color is that guy Ramaswamy, Vivek, I don't know if I got his name right. But he's the one working with Elon Musk with that DOGE thing, government efficiency or whatever that is. But he's not a black man, so I'm not counting him. Where are the black people? I'm just trying to understand, is he really just going to put these people all in place in our face? I look at that guy Donalds, whatever his name is, down in Florida, who was kissing Trump's behind. I look at Tim Scott, who was kissing his behind. He didn't do a thing for them, nothing. He didn't even toss them a bone. So I'm just saying, folk need to think twice before you get behind somebody and treat them like they walk on water. You better watch what happens on the end of it all, because Trump ain't got nothing coming for us as black people, in my opinion. I'm just saying, we need to brace ourselves, as they say on Star Trek, brace for impact.
Okay. Short and sweet.
Hey, that's it. Just another one of those things. Hey, there's something else to think about.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh, do we have Ketel's Corner tonight? Is Ketel in her corner tonight?
No, not my corner tonight.
Okay. Ketel's Corner is closed, so we're going to move on to Living for the City with Poppa DD. All right, Poppa DD, what's happening in the city? Take yourself off review. Okay, go ahead.
It's funny you said that, because another thing people don't understand is the fact that I think that Kamala, the minute he gets in office, she needs to nitpick his every move. Give him a taste of his own medicine. The way he would not stop talking about Barack was not an American, wasn't born in America, The way he kept talking about Biden's son and his drug use and everything else. When somebody talks like him, see, I think that, I don't know, man. I do know. Every white male in the world wants to be a fucking bastard, okay? You know what I'm saying? They got corny fucking jokes, you know what I mean? When they get drunk and horny, they'll do anything just to get some pussy. This is evident with all the people getting accused of a bunch of dumb shit, okay? These are grown-ass men fucking humping on ladies in hotels at fucking conventions. Damn. Does your dick have to be reduced so motherfucking low? You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be a professional conservative. I guess until you get drunk and your dick get hard, then all that conservative shit go out the window. But all these guys accused this bullshit and deny. Matt Gaetz was running around fucking 17-year-old girls. That means high school. That was his thing. So how can you talk about the other boy that they claim killed himself? How can you talk about him? Trump hung with him. Everybody hung with him. Bill Clinton, the Queen Elizabeth's son. You know what I mean? That boy had people lined up to come to his little house and on this island to get laid. And this is what these people are made of, deep down inside. And then when the shit comes out, that was back in 2017. Well, it happened. And you paid the lady off. And now, did Trump not know that? Did you not tell Trump that before he's trying to make you a Secretary of Defense? Where you're going to be controlling the nuclear weapons and every goddamn thing else you got to do with the military? And you can't even keep your Johnson in your pants when you see a pretty woman? And then Trump picking all these different people that he's just hanging around with. Everybody that hangs around Mar-a-Lago has just got a job. Because I tell you, the one thing white folks want is a job. We got to stop thinking that they're a secretary. No, the first thing white folks want is a job with benefits. And a lot of people don't see that because a lot of black folks don't chase after that. They don't look at that first. They may look at something else for a job for whatever reasons, money, whatever, prestige, what have you. But white folks look at a job with benefits. And government benefits could be the best benefits you can get. I'm talking about government being in the government, like a senator and Congress. They get sick or whatever, they just go to Walter Reed and get whatever they want, no matter what time of night and what have you. Don't nobody say shit. They say, you want a record of this? You want to copy this shit? Nah, throw this shit in the trash. It's like you saw the movie with Eddie Murphy, right?
Oh, yeah.
When they had a car accident, he said, go to my hospital, right? That's real. That's pulled straight from the headlines, you know. But it's just a mess anymore. You know, everybody is doing what they want to do, and everybody's acting crazy as hell. And I just think that Kamala needs to just follow him and mimic everything he does. And like you said, Redwine, speak on the fact that where's the black men in your cabinet? Speak on it. Somebody needs to speak on it because he ain't thinking about no black people because he got too many white folks in line already, you know? See, the one thing people don't understand that when people don't get stuff or people ain't handed things like that, it ain't so much racism. Half the time it's favoritism, and after all the favoritism is being given out, ain't shit left. Before they can even turn to black people or women or anything other than white male, ain't shit left. Because all the white guys got their job locked in, bragging to their wife, yeah, I got that new job, yeah, I got it. They don't give a shit. They already told the wife and kids what they going to get the job. And once they get it, they don't care who didn't get it. So it's, you know, and it's been going on since the beginning of time. Don't think anything Trump is doing now is new. You know what I mean? It ain't new at all. It was blatant back then, and Trump's trying to be blatant like it was back then because he's that age. But see, the one thing that Trump's going to have against his ass is Father Time. I watched the fight the other night with Mike Tyson. Good to see him come out there, but as he walked up to the ring and they put the close-up in his face, I said, damn, that nigga got old. You know? His face had that little, you know, where your jaw drops and your eyelids drop and you got that little mean little old man look on your face. I saw it before he got in the ring. And by the third round, he was just tired. You know, he had a thing on his knee, you know, a knee brace on his knee, and it was just a mess. And that's Father Time. And I ain't wishing no bad luck on Trump, but I tell you what, when he was coming down those stairs from the Trump airplane, he looked at the steps the whole way down, and nobody commented on it. You know? I mean, didn't look straight at all. I mean, you know where the next fucking step is, right? When you come down the steps. This man looked down at every single step, and he was tapping his leg to distract people like he was coming down in some kind of fucking rhythm. No, that was vertigo in full effect. You know? But nobody noticed it. Nobody comments. Because white folks are looking for the great white hope. They've always seen us with Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, you know, you name it. Denzel Washington. We got all these motherfuckers, you know, Idris, everybody. We got all these black people that we praise and love, Oprah, every fucking body. And white folks are looking for the great white hope, and they think they found it in Trump. They don't give a shit about anything he says and does, because they need a great white hope in the king's chair. And that's just what the fuck they got. Because they're tired of seeing black folks running basketball, football, soccer. Everywhere you look, there's people of color. They want to see one white man running all the shit. And that's why Trump got in there. Because it's crazy. It's some diabolical shit that's been going on for years. There ain't nothing new. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right now. Diabolical.
Okay. Poppa DD was open.
Well, we hitting them hard tonight. Hitting them hard.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we could take a quick break, and then we're coming back with Ketel and the Hollywood wrap-up. I'm sure she got the goods. You got the goods, Ketel?
I do.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on the other side of the break.
Breaking news. This is Redwine. So much goes on in a week. And here on the original Pajama Party Show, we break it down for you from our unique point of view as only we can. Get in focus with Ketel, Poppa DD, and me for our take on stories you might not have heard. Stay in the know. We'll talk about what happened this week right here on the Pajama Party Show. So tune in every Friday night at 9 o'clock on apajamaparty.com or call 914-803-4306 and press 1 to join the conversation. We're standing by to take your call right now, so give us a call, 914-803-4306, and press 1 if you dare.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One of those Poppa DD. I'm your Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. Whew, it's time for Ketel and the Hollywood wrap-up. Whew. You ready, Poppa DD?
Yeah, you ready?
Just you.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Here I
Keep it
come
from-
to save the dead women. That's the wrong one.
Oh, God.
I forgot.
Rewind.
I forget the theme. What was the theme anyway? Do you know it very well?
I guess we're going to spring.
Oh, my goodness.
I forget it. Hollywood. Hollywood.
Hollywood. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
I thought it was Mighty Mouse. Here I come to save the day. Okay.
That's all right. I'm here to save the day. I guess that's Mighty Mouse over there.
Good.
All right. Come on, Mighty Mouse.
All right. We haven't heard this name in a while. Mr. Jussie Smollett. The Illinois State Supreme has thrown out Jussie Smollett's conviction for allegedly faking a hate crime. This decision came down on Thursday. The court explained that the ruling addresses questions about the state's responsibility to honor the agreement it makes with defendants. Okay. Remember, in 2021, he, for faking a racist, homophobic attack, still his lawyers argued it violated his Fifth Amendment rights since charges were dropped in 2019 after he paid $10,000 and did community service. Okay. The court noted that it is fundamentally unfair to allow the prosecution to revenge on a deal with the defendant when the defendant has relied on the agreement to his credit. Okay. I hear you. Well, kudos to Jussie Smollett. He's clear. So.
Okay.
I guess he can get on with his career, I guess.
I wonder how they worked that out.
Money. Money talk, yes walk. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Leave it at that. Cat Williams is in the news again. Check this out. He reportedly buys former military base, reveals plans to build a movie studio. Cat Williams is pulling back the curtain and the strategy behind his unforgettable appearance on the Shannon Sharp, the Shay Shay Club. Remember, he talked candidly about different entertainers and stuff like that, whatever. He said, when asked why he chose to give Sharp such a high-profile interview, Williams explained, Shannon is in the rare position where people aren't sure where his allegiance lies. So that should be interesting. He's going to buy that. I guess it's going to be the next, Tyler Perry, I guess. So we shall see. So I guess Cat Williams was right. He got going,
All right, good luck.
He's been baking. They've been making his coins. Let's see who's going to come on that bandwagon, right? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Quincy Jones received honorary Oscar with emotional tribute from his daughter, Rashida Jones, James. The ceremony of the Motion Pictures Academy Governor's Award spotlighted the legendary musician's cultural influence. Rashida Jones and Jamie Foxx delivered emotional and heartfelt tributes to the legendary Quincy Jones at the Motion Pictures Academy annual Governor's Award this past weekend. Yeah. Goes on to say, I want you to know that he is here very much. She told the audience his music has literally defined an entire century of culture, spanning genres: jazz, disco, film, pop, R&B, and hip-hop. But the real thread through it all is his music is infused with his love. That was his gift. Also, Usher was in the news. Usher inaugurates Flippers Roller Boogie Palace residency at the KOB. Interesting. This past weekend in Vegas, witnessed the grand opening of the Flippers Roller Boogie Palace, one of the residency at the Venetian Resort. Special appearance by R&B icon Usher. The event marks the transformation of this 46,000 square foot beach day club into a vibrant roller skating venue, featuring over 3,200 square foot of rink covering the venue's 2 pools.
Wow.
So Usher, he has partnered with Flippers World alongside with co-founders Liberty Ross, Kevin Wall. They have been instrumental in bringing this unique experience. His passion for roller skating, of course, everybody knows he loves to skate, was evident during the Super Bowl halftime performance. The residency offers an immersive roller skating experience for all ages, with special programming for guests aged 21 and over. Operating from Thursday to Sunday, noon to 8, the venues provide skate rentals and encourages guests to bring their own skates. Kudos. It's going to go on till early 2025. Interesting.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm getting into a lot of other things, Putting his money other places.
Yeah, you got to diversify.
Yeah, you do. Okay, my other friend, Denzel Washington, talks about going full on the list with male co-star in Gladiator 2. Interesting. I think a lot of people run to go see that. Legendary actor Denzel Washington recently shared that he shared a kiss with a man in a scene for his upcoming Gladiator 2. In a new interview, the Academy Award winner who stars as Macrinus in the epic action film sequel shared that he kissed a male co-star. He said, I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it out. They cut it. I think they got it. This is what Washington said. He added that I kissed the guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that. I killed him after 5 minutes later, so it's Gladiator. It's a kiss of death. He had no fun with that. They cut it out.
Wow.
You won't ever see it. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, guess who has left the country? Ellen DeGeneres and her wifey have left the country. Yesterday, the Wrap reported that a source close to the Finding Dory star said that she and Portia plan to never return to the United States, and even told their inner circle that the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation to move. The insider further claimed that Ellen and Portia have already moved to the Pop World, which is a rural region in England. The spouses are also reported selling their Montecito, California mansion, and the sale has either been pocket listed or will be listed. Yep, so one couple or family that has gone because of you know who. quite sure there are others. One more last note. Viola Davis, she will be honored. She was going to get the Cecil B. DeMille Award. It's the 2025 Golden Globe Award. Kudos to her.
Oh, wow.
She's been putting in the book. Yep. Imagine what her speech is going to be. I don't know if she can beat my girlfriend, Oprah, her speech. But, quite sure she's very good.
Okay, Viola.
All right, that's my Hollywood.
All right. Stuff is stuff. All right, that takes us down to the world famous Kiss It list. Oh boy, we're gonna have to sum them up tonight because I know we could come up with names for days this week. Poppa DD, could you explain what is the world famous Kiss It list, please?
Well, it's a list compiled of people that show their butt, you know. Mm-hmm. I think that Ellen moved out of the country, too, because of the implications of P. Diddy, because P. Diddy was on her show quite a bit. And she probably didn't want to be dragged in that fucking trial at all. She's like, I am indisposed, and I'm not even in the country. So, you know, she ain't got nothing to say about that shit. So anyway.
Well, that's a thought.
But you know what, though? I mean, just one more note on that. I recommended that all superstars get out of the country. I think Michael Jackson should have left. I think Prince should have left. You know what I mean? Especially Michael Jackson. And they all should have followed the same suit that Tina Turner did. Remember Tina Turner lived in Switzerland? Yeah. If you're gonna have your money, if you're gonna have your money in a Swiss bank accounts, why not the fuck live where there's a Swiss ATM machine?
Hello.
Okay. Okay. If my shit was in the Swiss, if I had all my money in Swiss bank accounts, I would be living somewhere where a Swiss ATM machine right down the goddamn street. Anyway, the kissing list is people that show their butt and all that. Let's put horny ass Matt Gaetz and the other guy that was Secretary of Defense. What was his name? Here, let me grab his name out there. The Fox guy. The Fox Pete Hegseth. Hegseth. Pete Hegseth. Fox News Network. Like that. Hegseth. Robert Kennedy with his crazy ass. Dr. Oz, who couldn't win the goddamn Cinder race. And, you know, all these people. And remember, Dr. Oz is one of Oprah's boys, so, you know, look how her people were rising up and shit. That's really deep, how she was for Kamala and Dr. Oz for Trump. What the fuck happened to that friend? What happened to that relationship? They obviously ain't talking. Anyway.
And don't forget Elon Musk.
Elon Musk
has just been cutting up. I think that now he's starting to think that he's the president-elect.
Well, you know, come January 20th is when real decisions got to be made. And kids are getting killed every day over in Gaza, and they're not eating, and people are starving, and people that are from Gaza and all that are losing their mind, and shit going on over there with Russia and Ukraine. And believe me, Trump won't have his fucking hands full. So let's put Trump on the kisser list, because you don't know what the hell your ass is heading for. Not the bitch Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea with his little crazy ass 5 feet tall.
And Netanyahu. Netanyahu has a warrant out for him.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers is. Oh, it's gonna be a mess. Believe me. And if I was Kamala, I'd be speaking on everything he did, just like he followed Barack. You know, so speak on his ass. And we gonna, like you said, Redwine, we gonna look out for black people. Put Trump on the list again. He no black man or woman or person of color has been put in any job yet. And we still count.
Also, I'm sorry, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She has been assigned to head up a committee supporting Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, that whole thing. They got her to be on the committee with that. I'm like, well, who went and got that crazy woman to do anything?
To do what? Committee to do what?
She's a committee chair for that. I don't know. They made her committee chair. So I'm putting her on the list because you know she about to just be a total 100% fool.
It sounds to me like they digging up all the fucking tar and putting down dirt roads. Hope it don't rain. Okay.
It sounds to me like they're sabotaging themselves. But we're going to see.
It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess.
You know, as the old folk used to say, I believe I'll run on and see what the end going to be. So we will run on and see.
We will see.
Anybody else?
We will see.
Anybody else who acted a fool?
45, 47, whichever number he is.
Yeah, he got a big old hat now that says 45 and 47.
Yeah. Whatever. But he's still 100% jerk, so. All right, we're going to play a special gift for everybody on this week's Kiss It list, and here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass. Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to Pajama Party. I'm with Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, darling. And it's now time for the last word. We'll go to you, Poppa DD.
Well,
what's your last word?
Well, I want to say this here. You know, we got some news tonight that it looks like Blog Talk Radio is going to be going belly up soon. So, looks like we're going to be choosing another carrier of our show and taking, as they say, taking our show on the road. So just keep listening out for what we decide to do going forward. And we have to get all new advertisement, all new everything to put it back in perspective, because it looks like Blog Talk is whatever they're doing. Who knows? But that's their business, and we ain't going to get in it. So, but my last word is Kamala needs to troll his ass, you know? Troll that monkey. Like he said that Barack wasn't a citizen for 8 years, he said that. You're not a citizen, you're not a citizen. Troll his ass. You're only 59 years old. Troll his ass, you know?
All right.
Anyway, we'll get somebody to do it. Anyway, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I like that idea. All right, Ketel, over to you. Oh, is it me?
Yes.
My last word, follow up on what Poppa DD said. This will be our last show for this year. So I just want to wish everybody a happy and joyful and safe holiday season. Just enjoy, be safe out there, have a good time, and we'll regroup, and we'll be back stronger and better in 2025. So we'll put the word out and let you know. And thanks for hanging with us throughout all the time that we've been on this platform. We appreciate it. And that's my last word. Over to you, Ketel.
All righty. Thank you, Redwine and Poppa DD. My last word is, I just want to thank everybody that has been listening to the Pajama Party. We've been going, 10 plus years? I'm losing count how many shows it's been, but want to give thanks to people who have really supported us along the way. Lynette Michelle, Lena, Songbird, which is our official singer of the Pajama Party music. Also, Mr. Love. He checks in from time to time, and he co-hosts sometime when one of us can't make it, so appreciate that. And to you guys, Redwine and Poppa DD, this is not the last of what we're going to do.
No.
I just want to thank you guys for, being on this platform, doing what we do every Friday night. I mean, sometimes it's a challenge, it's a grind, but we always pull it together, and hey, it's become famous, I have to say.
Sometime a minute before showtime.
Yeah. Thank you guys as well. Yeah, and also the people out there listening to us all day, on Friday night, 9 p.m. Thank you. Whatever region of the continent that you're listening, we appreciate you listening. Hope you continue to listen. So, like Poppa DD said, we'll get the word out which platform we're going to be on for next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're looking for a bigger and brighter year, 2025. So I'm just thankful that we had this time. But trust and believe, this is not the end of the Pajama Party show. So
not at all.
That's all I'm going to say. Yep.
Not at all.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll say good night. I'm doing my Carol Burnett pull the earlobe. I'm so glad we had this time together.
I like it.
So,
and
Poppa
just
DD?
as a program note, it's raining in Cleveland, and the score is 0-0 between Cleveland and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What was that?
And
that was on,
it's raining in Cleveland.
That was on Thursday night's game.
Yeah, right. Thursday night's game.
What you doing? You watching a replay?
I'm watching a replay, yeah. Sorry about that.
All right.
I didn't see it because I didn't have Prime TV, so I didn't have Prime Video, so I'm watching the Fake Me Out free stuff on Friday.
Bless your heart. All right, everybody.
Okay.
We're going to say good night and get on out of here. So say good night, Poppa DD.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Say good night, Ketel.
Good night off this platform, and we'll see you next year.
And this is Redwine saying good night, adios, au revoir, ciao, peace.
See you next week on a brand new show.
All that. We're out.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Ta-da.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Rolling that day, throwing a party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Rolling that day, throwing a party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Rolling that day, throwing a party, good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply.
Black Friday is coming, and for the adults in your life who love the coolest toys, well, there's something for them this year, too. But